Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So for today, we're going to do on spotting the difference between the OG release of the Nico Robin between OG release and then this 2023 re-release. So the difference between the two, of course, it's the same pop and same mold. So this is what I don't understand with Funko because this already has a value, so we're going to determine and let you all see if you're going to buy the much affordable ones, which is the new release ones, and this is the OG release, and it's already valued for already at least 4,500 or 5,000 pesos here in the Philippines, wherein this new release ones are only valued at, of course, the starting price, which is the retail of 650 pesos. So between the two, in my opinion, and I'm kind of guessing between the two if I'm gonna let this go, this OG release, or am I gonna let this sit in the collection, or I'm gonna sell this for its value. However, this already has a issue right here and a crease also here at the bottom. You can see on this slide, you can see the specs. So the first difference between the two is the box print. You can see in the box print that it's already 3D. It's already 3D, and I feel like it's much more smoother than the old ones. Here you can see here the finish of these OG ones, which is, I feel like it's kind of matte. Instead here it's already glossy, you can see, and then the print of the One Piece box is already that 3D. I feel like it's much more detailed. If you're gonna compare it to this, you can see here it's still matte finish, not that kind of glossy, and you can see here the print. Also, it's not that detailed 3D like here. It's much more smooth on this drawing of Nico Robbins and these ones. Also, the shade is much more light. You can see here and also here. It's already much more darker. So let's see on the sides. You can see here on the sides. You can really compare that this print here is much more 3D, right? Comparing it to here. So if you're gonna buy the new ones, the new release ones, this might be the new design of the Funko. So I feel like this can do if you're gonna complete the crew set. So this will do in your collection. So you can see here the difference is really this Nico Robin is wearing, it's much more darker. Comparing here, it's much more lighter. Then overall, it's really matte finishing here within the print. Here you can see here it's much more glossy, and the new print of the One Piece you can see also at the back, and you can see here also at the top the difference between the two. It's really different if you're gonna buy the OG ones or the new release ones. So you can see here the light color of this um sunglasses that she have, and also here it's much more darker. And then also you can notice here that the tan of the skin of Nico Robin here is much more um feel like kind of tan, while in here she's really in her true color when it comes to watching One Piece. So underneath we have here, this is already 2023 release, and this is a 2019 release. However, the OG is like 2018, so I feel like this will do comparing it to the new release because it's much more the same. The difference is only the date. So let's take this out of the box, and you can see how satisfying it is to see. You can see at first on how they look. You can see here the 2023 release is much more detailed, and the color of is much more tan. When you're gonna watch One Piece, Nick Robin is originally like tan. However, here she's really light in here, much more light here, and then the color of that what she's wearing, you can see also the difference is this skirt has a leaf right there, and also it's like pure peach, much lighter peach. While in here, the pitch here is already dark, and let's see it overall. So let's take this out of the box. So taking this out of the box, you can see the slight difference between the two. The OG has no lack of the plastic insert, doesn't have any lock at all. You can see the difference. The stand of this Nico Robin right here, it's this underneath. And however, here on the 2023 release, you can see it's already organized. It has its lock, the plastic inserts lock, and then this stand right here, it's on the side. So let's take this out of the box, and this might fall. Okay. Yeah, this is the 2019 release once again. You can see here the color of this skirt that she has, and let's put this here. And this is much more satisfying for me, and I've already reviewed this Nico Robin from back then, as you can see from my old videos. And this Funko, I've been like really expecting higher value. So however, this might gonna stay in the collection. I feel like I'm not gonna let this go because the value of the One Piece right now is really unstable. It really depends if you have a larger market or a much well-known page. If you have a well-known page, well, you can resell your pops and its value. And this really took some time for me to take it out box because this Funko right here is really intact. What like well packaged, you can remove it easily. Much more hard to get between the man. So bear with me, guys. So the difference between the two, you can see here. So let's start off with the skin color. You can see here the skin color. This is much more tan, and the old release ones really is gonna stay in the collection. I feel like because this has a smoother finish, and the finish of this material is much more matte. Compare it here, it has a glossy eyes. You can see here the glossy eyes is kind of nice. The glossy eyes really compares. You can see here the matte finish, and then you can see the sunglasses that she's wearing here. The color is orange, and this is much more darker. And then you can see here. I thought the leaf on her skirt is really been removed. You can see it's just in the back. You can see it right here. That's the difference between the two. The color really matters, I feel like. So I think this Nico Robin might gonna hold in value by the details of it. That's the difference Funko really just made. Thank you, Funko man, for like doing this kind of slight difference. So our old Funkos might not really just go down in value. So the difference between the back, it's much more the same. The hair is just the same, and then the difference is also the shoes right here. You can see the shoes right there. The shoes here is like a matte red finish, while here it's like a glossy red. You can see, and then what she's wearing too is kind of slight different. You can see here it's just matte finish and a clean type of purple she's wearing. And however, here at the newer release, this is the 2023 one. 2023 has a silver type of zippers here. It already has the zipper like two lines, while here so only have like one line. So this is much more really, you can tell the difference between the two. So I feel like I might gonna keep this like for the meantime. I feel like I might gonna hold my One Piece collection crew for a long time because this might really, you can tell the difference if it's like an OG or not. So like, I might gonna put this in the rotator for you all like to see. And then this Funko really loosen up. If we're gonna, you might really need to like stand it right there for y'all to see. So this is the difference between the two. So I feel like I might gonna keep the 2019, even though that has already a value. You can sell it for like 4,000 pesos, but however the box damage might gonna cost you some, only sell like 2,500, I feel like. So this is the difference between the two. So take your time if you're gonna pay resale on the 2019 or 2018 release, because the first release is the 2018. So in my opinion, if it's already fine with you that you're gonna buy, you're just gonna complete the set, you can already buy these 2023 ones. But however, if you're already an old collector and you didn't get this Nico Robin from back then and you just started the Funko, and you might gonna get the 2019 ones because you're already value conscious, you want your Funkos had some value. So I feel like it doesn't really matter. However, if you're gonna buy these 2023, they might not gonna notice. So you can see here, I've turned off the flashlight. You can see already the difference between the two. It's really different. So thank God, man. Funko didn't really do a exact same of the Funkos, or else the Funko of the value of this Lego Robin might really gonna drop like the same as the retail price. So in my opinion, just take your time if you're gonna find the OG ones, because if you're gonna find the OG ones, in my opinion, it is still possible for you to get the 2019 even for retail. It depends on the seller, depends on the aftermarket, it really depends. So the difference between the two is not a big deal, but however, the OG might just gonna give you a huge satisfaction because it's a first release. So in my opinion, if you're not a value conscious again, you might just gonna go get a 2023, because I'm really happy by the time 2023 release too. At the same time, I'm sad if I'm gonna sell these. It might not gonna rise up in value much more because Funko already has a new wave, so I don't think so. What's the point of re-releasing this OG pop? So instead of holding the value, they're just already at that peak of 4,000 pesos. I feel like if you have a huge market, so in my opinion, just take your time. And also, these are my new Funkos again. We're gonna do a new unboxing video, but I'm just gonna try to edit it, so it might just take some time for me to edit that. I had these Kevin Durant, D Rose, and that new Obito right there. And I might just gonna priority uploading this because this really got my attention, checking the details. So this Funko might gonna stay in the collection of 2019. So again, I might gonna sell the 2023 as to go. And this is 83 signing out again. Peace.